Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. And now you are going to listen to a few minutes of complaining. First of all, I'm so tired of home videos. And despite the fact that it sounds weird, I mean home videos for YouTube. I had an amazing, literally genius plan to film a winter fishing for you guys. Those who are watching me for a long time know, they remember my great summer failure, but it actually was a great experience. You can watch the video about my summer fishing somewhere here or in the description. And I was so excited about this idea. I imagined it like a great adventure and I'm going to a winter fishing to a frozen lake. But we have a plus temperature, like about +6. We have mud everywhere, like literally plenty of mud. And there is no snow, no ice. And we just have like 50 shades of brown everywhere. And I just realized that I will not be able even to get to that lake because, as I said, everything is in mud. All dirt roads are impossible to cross on my car, and I would just simply stuck and would not be able to get anywhere. So, unfortunately, there will be no winter fishing video for you guys. Also, I want to thank all of you for your feedback and for your support under my last video. I was advised so many times to kind of pack an emergency bag, if this makes sense. So at this moment I'm doing exactly this. Of course, I'm hoping for the better, but it's not bad to be prepared for everything. Now everything that is happening around, I feel like it reminds me kind of clock that counting seconds to the kind of doomsday. I don't know. I am so stressed right now because of everything happening around, and I ate so much sweets lately because of all of this stress. I am eating a lot, and I'm eating a lot of sweets. It can be chocolate or candies or pieces of cakes. Basically, I even have, how do you say it, pancakes. I have pancakes with cherries and with apple in my fridge. So basically all I am eating now is something sweet. When I'm checking the news media, they are basically counting days to something that might happen, and I'm like this all day long. And one more news that added me stress. Morty got sick, and actually he feels very well. He was playing today all day long with some garbage he found in my apartment, but today I wanted to get the first vaccine for him, and we came to the vet and we passed some tests, blood tests, and they found a kind of virus, and we started treatment. So it's kind of mess right now. Like, what is happening? While I was thinking about the next topic of YouTube video, I just had that thought that if the doomsday will happen tomorrow, what things Louisa will miss most of all? So today I will share with you 10 things that I can't live without. So the first thing I can't live without is sound. I basically can't live without kind of YouTube videos, movies, very rarely music. So I hate to be in silence. I literally hate this because I had like kind of childhood trauma when my family lived in stable. If you watch my YouTube channel, you probably heard this story. When we lived in stable, There was a long period of time, even long periods, because we didn't have it from time to time. We didn't have any TV or any kind of music, I don't know, recorder, or, well, it wasn't possible for me to watch TV or listen to music or whatever. I didn't have computer, of course, so basically everything I could do in childhood is like reading, and very rarely like playing with some kind of children, but it happened very rarely. So for me, being in silence at home, especially in evening, is like basically like a torture. I don't know. So there is always something talking in my apartment. YouTube videos or movies, or very rarely music, because for me it is like much better to listen to my neighbors quarreling than sitting in silence. So if doomsday will happen, and there will be no kind of internet connection or electricity, I will turn into kind of bunker psycho. The next thing I can't live without is sweets. I am a big sweet tooth, and basically I eat sweets all the time. I eat sweets when I'm stressed, when I'm not stressed. I cannot have a regular meal without having tea with something sweet in the end. And I guess I have pretty quick metabolism, and even despite all the sugar that I'm having every day, I feel I'm not gaining a lot of weight. But even despite the fact that I am doing like hard workouts, I always have a little belly. I never looked like, you know, like dry with a lot of muscles. I am always covered with a little thin layer of fat. It's all because all of the sweets that I'm eating. The next one. People often ask me, Louisa, what is your favorite way to spend your free time? What are you doing in your free time? Maybe parties or cruises to the desert islands. At the same time, Louisa likes to drink coffee on the gas station at midnight, on a highway, somewhere between villages. And it's all because I adore road trips. This is because I adore road trips. I adore exploring some kind of, I don't know, half-abandoned places, and I'm always so excited to see what is waiting for me ahead. It is always some kind of feeling of anticipation, and it is one of my favorite things to do in my free time. Why it is so hard to say it? And also I adore hiking. So the next thing I can't live without is a horror vibe. Horror vibe comes in so many forms and shapes, and I adore almost all of them. It can come in form of movie or book. It can come in form of scary stories like folklore, urban legends, whatever, you know, people tell each other at night. It can come even in form of atmosphere that happens when you do it to yourself. Something tells me that possible doomsday has a lot in common with horror vibe, but it's definitely not the horror vibe I want to see, definitely. The next thing that I can't live without is my work. I am one of those people who are very bored to not do anything. I cannot imagine my life like in kind of like sitting and chilling all day long. It's definitely not for me. I am enjoying doing something and see results of my work. It is so inspiring for me, and it gives me a lot of energy to continue. So basically, my work is one of the most important things in my life for me. Now you will laugh at me, but I can't live without creams, like creams. And something tells me that there will be no creams after doomsday. I have super dry skin on my body, and I have super oily skin on my face. And I think that this is super unfair. After taking shower, I basically have a final countdown until I will put all the creams on all parts of my body, and then I have to wait like 30 minutes or an hour, depends on what kind of creams I am putting on myself, and I'm walking like a bare woman on my apartment, and I think that my neighbors are very happy people to see all of that. And now I am going to tell you something which is a huge secret. So you are not allowed to tell anyone about something that I will tell you right now. So the next thing I can't live without is gossiping with my best friend. I am never gossiping with anyone about anyone except my best friend. I have no idea how it works, but I cannot remember even a single time when we met with her and we're not gossiping about someone. I literally have no idea how it works, but do not tell anyone. I am a huge gossiper, gossip girl when it comes to, I don't know, with talks with my best friend. The next thing I can't live without is the fantasies. And I do know what you all thought about, but I mean another type of fantasies. I am skeptical about most of horror things. I don't believe in most of them. I don't believe in most of mystical things or something like that. But I do love to act like they exist, if this makes sense. I love to turn boring things into very exciting things with the power of my imagination and with the help of fantasies. The next thing is out of the top. I can't live without my OnlyFans. And to understand why, you can go down to the description box and to find there a link to join my OnlyFans and to find out. I will be waiting for you there. The next thing I cannot live without is pets. I always had pets, almost always. And I feel like my life with them feels more full and more joyful. I don't know. And I adore to have like some kind of very naughty fluffy asses that ruin everything and which are playing with garbage and which are stealing my food from my plate, which like ruin some stuff. I basically adore this and I can forgive them everything, and I feel like I know that their life is not long, but I feel like I will be always having some animals, and because I cannot live without it. Guys, I feel like it is already time to finish this video, and I will be very curious to see your list of things that you cannot live without. Please feel free to write them in comments. I am so curious to read. You know, I read all of the comments, and I will see you in the next video.